Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your ancestors' messages. This is going to be a tarot reading for the people born under the Empress card, the Hangman card and the World card. If you do not know what your tarot birth card is, or if you're interested in any of the decks I'm using, there will be links to all of these in the description box below. Now, as always, I'd like to remind you that this is a general reading. I channel the energies of different ancestors, and if the message doesn't resonate, it's just not the message for you today. So, now that I've said all of that, I hope you are all doing well and that you've had a good month so far, and without further ado, let's begin. So if you'd like to connect to the energy of my deck, now's the time to take a couple of deep breaths for us. Shuffle it. So what do my querents born under the Empress card, the Hangman card and the World card need to hear for their highest good from their ancestors, please? So the first energy that we're having from this deck is Mukite, stability. Sorry, let me move this, put it here. And the second energy is Almandine Garnet, commitment. Let's see what the other deck has to say. So we have 26, Sanctuary. Wow, the colors are kind of matching, aren't they? Yep. And card 30, Resilience. Okay, so I'm getting the messages, or the vibe anyway, that you're going to be entering a period of your life where things are going to get grounded, you know, built on strong foundation. You're going to feel more secure, but you do need to persevere is the message I'm getting. You know, stability, commitment, this is coming your way, and you can see just by looking at the colors of the cards that these are very earthy colors and energy, and earth energy, generally speaking, represents, you know, a practical energy, very grounded, something that you can rely upon, something that's built to last. So I can see that, you know, this is going to come into your life, but you do have to push. The Resilience card is saying, you know, you're not far off, but you need to continue to pursue. It's gonna be there for you. You know, you're going to have that stability in your life, whether this is finding sanctuary in a relationship or literally having, you know, your safe harbor, a roof over your head, somewhere where you feel safe, and feeling that you've reached your destination. That's what they're saying. It's a bit weird, but yeah. So let me clarify all of this with the tarot. So can you clarify those energies with the tarot, please? There may be a need for you to commit to making this stability come into your life as well. As in, it's not going to happen on its own, and you're going to have to push with the Resilience card in order to get it, but you will get it. This is definitely something I'm hearing, but you may need to really give it your all, is what I'm sensing. And as I said, for others it will be the commitment that you're seeking will come to you, obviously, so you can, you know, swap the roles. So we have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Oh wow, the King of Swords. That's literally what I had coming out of my mouth before it even came out. And the High Priestess. Bottom of the deck, which is the energy at work that you may not be aware of, is the Eight of Pentacles. So let's talk about this. You see, I'm not surprised to see a Pentacle card coming up here, because I did sense the pragmatic energy, the need to ground yourself. I was drawn by the colors, very earthy tones. The coins represents anything to do with your everyday life, whether we're talking about your house, whether we're talking about your career, your financial assets, your projects, your businesses. The 8 is the card of advancement. Now, this is a card that talks about understanding the hard work that needs to be put into something to get to where you want. This is a card of skills. As you can tell, he's lined up his 8 coins right there, and he's proud of it because he knows he's worked hard for them. He knows that he's had to apply himself, he's had to push through, and he's had to learn some new skills in order to get there. And this is what this card represents, you know, overall. Getting to that point where you see the results of the hard work that you've put into, but there needs to be an element of patience and an element of dedication, which is what I was getting when I said to you just before shuffling the tarot, where I said the commitment may need to come from you. You may have to commit to manifesting your stability, your sanctuary, and you're going to have to push and be persistent, is what I said to you, which is exactly what this card is about. So I'm not surprised to see it there. Let me push it so you can still see it. So we have the Seven of Swords. Now this is the card of work smarter, not harder. That is a strategist card. He's stealing the swords from the enemy army so that he doesn't have to fight tomorrow and maybe die. Okay, he's thinking out of the box. This is taking the least trodden path, for instance, in order to get to where you want to be. It's thinking differently, doing something different is what I'm hearing. But definitely being smart about it, not necessarily work flat out and, you know, kill yourself with trying to get something to be manifested. Because the 7 is the card, a number of evaluation. This is when you look at something and you draw your conclusions, and that gives you experience, which then you use that experience in order to move forward. And the swords representing the mental body, and we have 3 cards out of 5 which are to do with the mental body. This is to do with how you think, how you experience things, truths, how you communicate with people. So there is a necessity to be strategic about how you go about building that stability in your life. And here we have the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords, now I love the energy of knights generally speaking because it represents things moving forward. This is an action-oriented card. This could literally be you taking the reins of your life and having had all of the data and resources that you need, you move forward towards implementing your plan. It could also be someone coming your way with an offer. And this would be someone coming very fast because this is air energy. This is the fastest of the knights. So whether this is you having hatched your plan and going for it because now you feel ready, you've got everything that you need, or whether this is someone coming in with an offer, this is things moving forward. This is right under the card of commitment. So this is how you get to that commitment. And it's funny because as I looked at this card and I said the King of Swords, and it was a knight, but the King of Swords was right behind, so I was getting the energy of this card already. Now this is the master of the suit, okay? This represents knowledge, expertise in the mental realm. So the King of Swords is somebody, and please remember there are no genders attached to these cards, they just are there for the energy, so it can be a male or a female. But the King of Swords is somebody who is trustworthy because they look at things from a factual point of view. They are not ruled by their emotion. They are decisive, they will take action, and sometimes they may appear to be a little bit brash, but that's just because that's how they are. They just see the world in a factual way. They don't know how to deliver news in a nice way sometimes, but this is somebody who's very intelligent. It could be someone, you know, witty with a great sense of humor as well because of it. But the King of Swords cuts through the BS, as I like to say, and they will not tolerate it, and they will take action towards what you know they're trying to achieve. Now this could be somebody who brings about this sanctuary to you. So it could be somebody who you feel is protective of you, someone who's very good to you. It could also represent a passed on loved one or an ancestor who's looking over you and helping you and protecting you. Otherwise, the other message I'm getting is that this is you graduating from taking the decisions and the plan that you etch and how you go about it, you take action, and then you level up to the King of Swords, where you sit in your knowledge, knowing that what's right and what's wrong for you, and in the truth of yourself, knowing that this is you embodying your truth, is what I'm trying to say. Because right after that you have the High Priestess. Now this is a major arcana, so a big energy, and it represents mysteries, things that we don't see, because she channels basically the messages from the spirit world into the physical world. So this is a card of trusting your intuition. This is a card that says that some things may be revealed, because things are hidden with the High Priestess for a reason. I always say that. Please remember that when we can't see things, it's because we're not meant to see them at that moment in time. But with the King of Swords next to the High Priestess, you're going to gain the clarity. That sword is going to cut through the mystery, if there is any. Because as I said, different messages for different people. For others, it is really trusting your intuition in order to find the strength to persist, to push forward. It could also be a message from your ancestors saying, we are trying to give you downloads, pay attention to our signs, because the High Priestess is that energy of, as I said, channeling the messages from the spirit world into the physical world. But whatever message is for you, it is very clear that it is to do with manifesting some level of stability and commitment in your life, whether we're looking at a relationship, career, where you live, finding that place, that sanctuary where you feel safe, but having to push through, because it will happen. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles is a very positive card. The only caveat is it may take a bit of time and hard work and applying yourself, but it will get there. And the way you do it is by being strategic and maybe taking the least trodden path. So let me grab this deck and finalize your reading by grabbing a couple of extra messages. So can we have some final messages for my Aquarians, please? Okay, so we have the last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more, and I will explain that to you in a minute. And we also have the new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Well, that's interesting, I'll tell you about that as well. Okay, so talk less, feel more. There is a lot of source energy which is to do with the mental body, like how we analyze things, and this is a call from your ancestors to tap into your intuition. Okay, feel more. What is it that your gut is telling you? Because they're trying to give you downloads, they're trying to guide you. So this is them saying, hey, can you please listen to what we're trying to be saying, because you may have been closed off or maybe not available because mentally you're busy. So this is what this card refers to. And then there's this card of go deeper. Now Scorpio is a water sign, so is Pisces for that matter, to do with intuition, with your feelings and your emotions. Go deeper is that need to explore, not stay on a superficial level. With the card here of commitment, I saw the red of it, of the garnet color, and the commitment needs to come from the depth of your heart, is what they're saying. You really need to want it from the bottom of your heart. So this is a card that's saying you will find the strength to be resilient, to push, if you go deeper, if you find that strength in your heart, because you know that's what you want. That's, you're in it 200% is what I keep on hearing, which is not how I normally talk, but there you go. So there is this message of really, really delving, being going deeper, and maybe even to get more messages from your intuition, you know, instead of just staying on the first level. I hope that makes sense, because you know that this is what I'm getting. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you found this helpful, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm truly humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a wonderful end of the month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.